Welcome back to the Wheel of WWE, where the wheel determines our entire universe mode. If you missed the last episode of Raw, Goldberg is your new World Heavyweight Champion, defeating Roman Reigns in the Extreme Rules match. Dominic Mysterio had an open challenge where he defeated Mankind, and Sheamus turned heel. As always, we're going to have 3 storyline spins to determine what's going to happen on the episode, and with only 3 weeks till the Royal Rumble, there's a lot that could happen. So for our first storyline spin, we're going to spin the Raw roster to see who's going to be impacted on tonight, and it's going to be Logan Paul. Now, Logan Paul has a huge role on Monday Night Raw, so let's see what the Chaos Wheel is going to do to that. And it looks like it's going to land on turn face. Logan Paul is going to be a baby face. Not sure the fans are going to think about it, but Logan Paul is now going to be a baby face tonight on Raw. For our second storyline spin, we have to spin the Raw roster once more, and it's going to land on Seth freaking Rollins. Now, Seth Rollins is my favorite superstar of all time. I have a little bit of chaos with the Chaos Wheel landing on Nuclear. We just had the Nuclear option last time. That's a 1 in 24 chance. So going to the Nuclear Wheel, this is how we got Legend Takeover last time. That had 3 legends to our roster, but let's see what's going to happen on the Nuclear Wheel. It's going to land on Tournament. So what this means is there's going to be a 8-person tournament culminating at Saturday night's main event for the Intercontinental Championship, and Seth Rollins is automatically entered into that, and his match is going to be happening tonight. Absolutely insane that we already have a second Nuclear spin in 3 episodes, but now back to our third and final storyline spin. We're going to go back to our main roster. We're going to land on Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy currently on a tag team with Matt Hardy, but he might not be for long. Jeff Hardy, one of my goats, could be in some major trouble, but it's going to be a title shot. Select Store gets a title opportunity. Goldberg just won the title last time, but it could have a tag team championship with Jeff and Matt Hardy, but I think Jeff Hardy is going to go for that World Heavyweight Championship in the main event tonight. So our 3 storyline spins were a Logan Paul face turn, an 8-man tournament culminating at Saturday night's main event for the Intercontinental Championship, and have Seth Rollins in a match tonight, and a World Heavyweight Championship shot with Jeff Hardy taking on current champion Goldberg. And we're going to need a special match between Jeff Hardy and Goldberg, because this is going to be the main event, something special. Let's spin the match wheel. Last time we did this, we had Extreme Rules between Goldberg and Roman Reigns, and now it's going to be a tables match. Now that our spins are done, let me book the rest of Monday Night Raw, and I'll come back to you. Monday Night Raw is all booked, and we have the entire first round of our Intercontinental Championship tournament happening tonight. It's going to be Seth Rollins taking on AJ Styles. We have Dirty Dominic Mysterio after his win over Mankind last week, taking on Javon Evans. We have Obafemi taking on Wade Barrett, and we have Bron Breakker taking on Logan Paul. Those are the 4 matches for the first round. Again, the winner will be determined at Saturday night's main event in 2 weeks' time, but that is our first round here. And in our main event, again, it's going to be that tables match between Jeff Hardy taking on the current champion Goldberg for the World Heavyweight Championship. We're going to watch our final 2 matches between Bron Breakker, Logan Paul in the World Heavyweight Championship tables match. So let's go ahead and simulate Seth Rollins and AJ Styles, and it's going to be Seth Rollins moving on to the next round. Our next match is Dirty Dom taking on Javon Evans, and the bracket is in order, so whoever wins this match will take on Seth Rollins in the next round. And the winner is going to be Dirty Dom. He's now 2-0 in the juniors mode, so next time it's going to be Seth Rollins taking on Dirty Dom Mysterio. In a huge match, we have a new legend, Wade Barrett, taking on Obafemi, and it's going to be Wade Barrett getting a huge upset in his first match, beating Obafemi. Obafemi is out of the Intercontinental Championship tournament. And we are going to watch this match between Bron Breakker and Logan Paul, once Vision allies, but now Logan Paul has left the Vision. He said he does not want to be part of their dirty tactics anymore. He wants to be a man of the people and win the Intercontinental Championship for himself and all of his fans. So Bron Breakker is having none of that as he instantly jumps out and hits Logan Paul with a huge headbutt. And it's going to be really difficult to see Logan Paul as a babyface, but taking on Bron Breakker and his old faction has a good way of doing that. People don't want to root for the Vision, so Logan Paul finally realized the error of his ways. He wants to be a champion for good, and he wants to be the first ever Intercontinental Champion in this universe mode. Now again, whoever wins this match will take on Wade Barrett in the next round, and that's going to be another great match. Now in this match here, Bron Breakker was the only former Intercontinental Champion. However, Logan Paul has held the United States Championship, so he does know what it's like to be a singles champion. He knows what it takes, and he's willing to do it again. But going to have to get through Bron Breakker, and that is no small task. As it says on the back there, he is the future. He is going to be a huge player in this universe mode for years to come, as long as that's what the wheel decides. Bron has all the talent in the world. He could be a World Heavyweight Champion. He could be facing Goldberg tonight. but for some reason the wheel decided it was not his time, it was Jeff Hardy's, and he deserved a title shot, so that's what's happened. So Bron Breakker has all the talent in the world, but it might not actually matter if he doesn't get the job done tonight against Logan Paul, because where do you go after losing to Logan Paul on your first night on Monday Night Raw? Bron Breakker did win that triple threat last week against AJ Styles and Penta, and that is why Penta was kept out of the tournament as he was the one getting pinned. But Bron Breakker, huge pin right here, and does kick out for Logan Paul right there. So that's why Penta's not in the tournament. He gave the pinfall the triple threat last week. He didn't earn a shot here. AJ Styles, he just happened to be in the match, didn't happen to get pinned or didn't happen to win. So he still got to take on Seth Rollins. He did end up losing, so that's why he is no longer in the tournament. But this has been all Bron Breakker, an absolutely incredible showing. I get a book about 50% of the show, maybe a little bit less than that. So what I look for talent who are really impressing me, and Bron Breakker is one of those talent. So if there's no wheel spins for Bron Breakker, I can still book him to be a dominant force wherever I see fit. So that's why I want these competitors to go out here and just show me what they're made of, and Bron Breakker is proving that it might not need a wheel spin to make him world champion. He might have to just impress the Raw GM. It's going to be interesting for Logan Paul if he is a babyface fully. What's he going to do for his finish? Is he going to use the brass knuckles still? Are the fans going to embrace it? It's going to be really intriguing to see the finish here. However, we might not get that, as Bron Breakker might just squash Logan Paul, hit a huge spear, and that could be it for the man from Cleveland. Logan Paul going to the top rope. He is so athletic. Hits a swanton bomb. Could be taking shots at Jeff Hardy for getting that title shot instead of him. But remember, we like Logan Paul now. He's a babyface, showing off the cool high-flying moves like the moonsault, like the swanton bomb to get the fans behind him. And it looks like it's having some sort of effect. As you see, the fans are kind of getting into it, as Logan Paul hits a huge jab there from the former boxer, as maybe the fans are starting to embrace Logan Paul in his role as a babyface. While the early parts of this match were all Bron Breakker, the mid part has been all Logan Paul. From all the flips and all the strikes, he really is showing why he could be a big talent here on the Raw roster. And Bron off the ropes, ducks again, and hits a big clothesline. He's running super fast off the ropes there. Could be looking for maybe a spear right here. See what he's going for. And yes, a huge spear from Bron Breakker takes out Logan Paul, but can he get the pin? 1, 2. Oh, Logan Paul with a 2.9 count. Even Bron Breakker cannot believe it, as Logan Paul is just digging down deep, showing that he is going to be the man of the people, and takes a spear from Bron Breakker and still kicks out. Big springboard crossbody from Logan Paul. With moves like that, he might be able to pull off the upset here. Logan Paul, answered my question earlier, taking off the top turnbuckle. He is going to show that even though he is a babyface, he's still going to try his underhand tactics to win. So I respect it. Big 5-star frog splash, but it looks like Bron Breakker may have got his knees up there at the end. Now it's got him in the corner. To the top rope. Big running top rope hurricane rana from Bron Breakker. I love when he does that move. Now that could be setting up the final spear. That is no easy task, as Logan Paul is a very big man. Bron Breakker pulling the straps down, showing he is serious. He wants to move on to the Intercontinental Championship second round to take on Wade Barrett. He's getting ready. He's calling for the spear, and he does hit it. A second spear on Logan Paul. I can't deny that's probably going to be it for him. 1, 2, 3. Logan Paul does lose his match as a babyface, but Bron Breakker did win and move on to the next round, so it's going to be Bron Breakker taking on Wade Barrett. A good showing from Logan Paul. The fans were behind it. We'll have to see what his babyface run happens next, but Bron Breakker is going on to the next round of the Intercontinental Championship, and we could be looking at the favorite in the tournament right here. And now it's time for our main event, as Jeff Hardy takes on the current champion Goldberg in a tables match for the World Heavyweight Championship. Remember, in a tables match, it is the first person to put their opponent through a table that's going to be a winner. So Jeff Hardy does not have to pin or submit Goldberg. He just has to find a way to put him through a table. And here he comes, the man that pinned Roman Reigns after hitting a spear and a jackhammer through the thumbtacks, our current World Heavyweight Champion, Goldberg. And I gotta say, man, does he look good with that belt. Goldberg 1-0 in this universe mode. He could be looking to have a second streak in this universe mode, going undefeated, and he already has the belt after only one match. So really, who could stop him? Now, Jeff Hardy is more of a ladder man. He is famous for his TLC matches, and the first letter of TLC is T, and that stands for table. Jeff Hardy is no stranger to putting people through tables, whether through a swanton bomb or any other methods. I don't have to count out Jeff Hardy. I do think, oh, a big DDT onto the table there, that could have huge ramifications later in the match, as last week Goldberg was cut open by a maneuver from Roman Reigns. So I think Jeff Hardy already has the table out Goldberg takes it down, but I think Goldberg is going to be the favorite strictly due to his power and athleticism, but Jeff Hardy is the faster opponent, as you see with the dodge right there. If Goldberg gets his hands on him, I think he's going to put him through the table, but I really think Jeff Hardy stands a good chance. I think that wheel spin of getting a tables match actually helped Jeff Hardy more than it did Goldberg. If it was a regular wrestling match or even an Extreme Rules match, my money is on Goldberg, but because he doesn't have to pin him, doesn't have to submit him, he has to just put him through the table. I think Jeff Hardy has a real chance to be our new World Heavyweight Champion here. If Roman Reigns couldn't even pin or submit Goldberg, I don't know who could, but maybe, just maybe, he doesn't have to be pinned or submitted to lose his championship and get back to the end of the line. But right here, two men going at it, and it does end up having Goldberg a little bit more on top, countering some of the maneuvers and hitting a huge super kick to end it right there at the end, as he has the table, but Jeff Hardy is going to stop him. The more that Goldberg kind of beats down Jeff Hardy, the easier it's going to be to catch him and really lower his speed and take out the advantage for Jeff Hardy. So what Jeff Hardy has to do is to avoid damage as much as possible while also trying to inflict as much as he can while staying out of Goldberg's grasp, because here, an Irish whip into the corner and then a big power slam. That's just going to take out the torso, take out the legs of Jeff Hardy, and allow Goldberg to set up a table and probably just power slam him through it. He doesn't need a jackhammer, or just throw it right on top of him. That works too. He doesn't need a jackhammer. He doesn't need a spear. He can use whatever he wants to just throw Jeff Hardy through the table and just win the match. He can end it with an Irish whip. At this point, it could be just whenever Goldberg wants to finish it. It's a huge run. Big shoulder to the outside right there. It could be when Goldberg wants to end the match, not how he can do it. He really can choose however he wants to win. A great maneuver there to end up in an ankle lock. While he can't tap out to end the match, he does get a little bit of damage on the ankle there, maybe limiting the Swanton Bomb or the high risk top rope maneuvers of Jeff Hardy. And he's already looking for a spear, and he misses it. Jeff Hardy jumps over, but you saw right there, Bill Goldberg did end up missing and hitting his own hand and head on the table, and Jeff Hardy hits a twist of fate stunner onto the corner. Now he could be looking for a Swanton Bomb. It doesn't have to be through the table. If he just hits the Swanton Bomb, it could just take Goldberg out long enough to hit a maneuver through the table, and it does. A Swanton Bomb to Goldberg on top of the table, but it was not set up, so it did not break. So Jeff Hardy is not our champion. However, he is in a really good position to win this match and win the title. Goldberg has set up a table in the corner. Who's going to do with them? And a huge forearm to Goldberg, busting him open. That's back-to-back weeks that Goldberg has been seeing red. Jeff Hardy taking the advantage, throwing him onto the table. He does not go through it, and he's now putting him into a suplex, maybe a jackhammer. And Jeff Hardy has suplexed Goldberg through the table, and Jeff Hardy is your new World Heavyweight Champion. Goldberg's undefeated streak has come to an end, and just like that, in 2 weeks, we have 2 new World Heavyweight Champions, and Jeff Hardy is on top of the world thanks to that wheel spin. If you liked episode 3, make sure you leave a like on the video, and if you have any suggestions for the series, make sure you put it in the comment section below.